All right, this video is going to be how to have ProPresenter automatically trigger changes in the lighting system. So like going from one scene to another, for instance, worship song 1 to welcome, or sermon to worship song 2. So the way we use it, it's a protocol called MIDI, M-I-D-I. It's used to let applications like ProPresenter and Onyx, our lighting system, talk to each other, and you can see it right here. And we add it as a trigger to a slide, so that when you click on a slide, it'll send that next command to the lighting software, and it'll go to the next scene. And so you can see an example here where it says MIDI note on. So MIDI, M-I-D-I right there. So the way you do it, you wouldn't do it on this slide, but just showing you how you would. You would right click, go to add action, then communication. So we're communicating with another software. And then you'll see lighting and stream deck. We're doing lighting, so we're gonna go here. And then you have an option for MIDI note on and MIDI note off. Just always pick MIDI note on. And so as soon as you click this, it'll bring up a pop-up that says device lighting. So the device is the Onyx software. We're saying an on command. Channel 1, note 0, intensity. These just leave it as the default. Onyx is set up to listen to the default. So when you're done, you just click off to the side anywhere to get that menu to close. And now whenever anyone clicks on this slide, or they hit next on the keyboard and go to this slide, it's going to send a command to the lighting software to go to the next scene. Now on the lighting board, I believe it's the second channel, it's labeled enabled, and the button underneath of it, you can tap it to toggle it on and off. And if you see two little lights on the bottom of that channel, that means it's enabled. And that means the link between ProPresenter and Onyx, the lighting system, is enabled. If you don't see lights there, if you don't see those two red lights on that channel, then it's not enabled. Generally, you want it to leave it enabled, but there are some cases where you may need to temporarily or for a while disable it. So for instance, if somehow the lighting cues on the slides got mixed up and we're a scene behind, maybe you disable it, and then you'll go to the next song, which you're already at. The lighting's already at. Say you're on song 2. Say you're singing song 2, but the lighting system somehow got advanced to song 3. So what you would do is you would disable it on the board, hit that button under the enabled label so the two red lights go away. And then in ProPresenter, when you click, let me go to it. When you go there, typically every song starts with this MIDI note on, but if it's disabled, you would come here and it wouldn't trigger. So you were accidentally on song 3 lighting, and now you come to the actual song 3, and because it's enabled, it won't advance. So now we're back on schedule. So occasionally, if things get messed up, you'll have to do that. And we will put this MIDI command, this lighting command, on most transitions. So we always start with the pre-worship, so we're on the first scene in the lighting, and then you can see so the first video should have one. We can add it here. Add actions, communication, lighting, MIDI note on. This will go from everyone's milling around the first scene. The second scene is always lights out because we're watching a video. And then this song 1 is unique because most songs on the first slide, the slide with the background, will have a light command, like going from song 1 to song 2. But on this first one, we don't, because, here, I'm going to remove it, because it's all about transition. So when we go from the end of the movie, the video, to starting here, usually Becky's going to start talking, but she's going to start talking before the video fully ends. So there may be some background music panning out, or the thing is fading to black, but she's already started. And we want, even though the video may still be on, we want the stage lights to come on as soon as she starts talking, so people can see her. So, so the one exception to the rule of having an automatic MIDI command for each transition is coming out of videos, because that thing where I told you where sometimes people will start talking early or start talking over the end of the video. So transitions out of videos are always manual, but the rest of the transitions should be automatic. So we have one coming into the video here, no transition coming out. Then we'll have, so someone's going to manually transition to the song 1 lighting scene here. And then after song 1, we'll just leave the lights as they are for greeting. And then announcements, we'll have a lighting command that'll bring the lights dark again. And then coming out of that, again, no lighting command here because we're coming out of a video, and we're going to manually transition that. But after announcements are over, we're going to leave the lighting as it is for rotating slides, for connect card filling outing. And then we're coming into the sermon. So we're going to have a lighting trigger here going into the video. Again, this is going to take things dark. And again, manual transition out of the video. And then once we get down to song 3, there will be a transition. Sorry, this is song 2. There will be a transition coming into song 2. It'll be the sermon. It'll transition the lighting from sermon to worship. And then there will be a transition here between 2 and 3, so that the lights can match the background slide. And then there will be a lighting transition here at giving, goes to orange pretty much. And then another transition here into 4, so we can get some more worship lighting. And then finally transitioning to, again, orange lighting for the mission. And I think that covers it.